Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tiernan Center in Richmond as we bring you North Central Conference basketball. Tonight, the Red Devils taking on the Titans of Arsenal Tech. The Red Devils last weekend losing a tough one to the Marion Giants. They were only down by 4 at halftime. Ended up losing that one late in the ballgame. They lost 80-53. They bounced back on the Saturday night contest at Jay County, winning that one 44-41. Meanwhile, Tech will come in at 3-1, led by C.J. Walker. They ended up knocking off Michigan City 74-71 on Saturday after losing in Anderson by a final of 49-48. When we come back, we're going to get moving here quickly as the Red Devils try to pick up a conference win here tonight. We're going to hear from Red Devils head coach Rick Wedlow coming up in just a moment. Stay right there. The pregame show brought to you once again by New Vision Sports.
Would like your athlete to take their game to the next level? Look no further. New Vision Sports and their staff has over 20 years of experience in coaching and developing the serious-minded athlete. New Vision specializes in improving your basketball skills, overall speed, and agility. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, or give them a call at 765-977-5831. Again, call 765-977-5831, or go to their website at newvisionsports.com.
Rick, before we started the interview, we talked about how this is going to be almost a perfect evaluation period for you. 3 games in 4 days against 3 very good teams and probably 3 different styles of basketball. How will you look at this over the next 4 days, and how tough is this to prepare for this kind of play in this short amount of time?
Well, first of all, I think it will be a tremendous amount of experience for our guys. From a coaching perspective, it'll be a good time for us to get some true evaluation from the progress and development we've made since our first game. We'll get to evaluate, our starting lineup, our subs, our rotations, and hopefully from these 3 games we'll be able to have a true assessment of who we are and where we are as a team, and what we need to continue to work on to get better.
You know, they say family always talks with family, and do you talk to the players at this point and say, guys, here's what I'm expecting, here is what we're going to do in an evaluation period. If you want to play more, you're going to have to be at a certain point in this stage of the season?
Well, we've talked to all of our guys about taking one game at a time. We've talked about every day you're getting better or you're getting worse. And so each day we come out, you have an opportunity, and that opportunity is to get better or get worse. And hopefully tonight, starting out with Arsenal Tech, our guys will, bring something to the table from a competitive spirit perspective, and try to take our last game against Jay County and continue to move forward and develop from that. We've had a pretty good week of practice, and hopefully our team is starting to have more belief in themselves, and individually and as a team, and we can continue to have some more success. But this is probably the most challenging part of our year until we get to March, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how our guys are going to respond and how we're going to react. Obviously, there'll be some adversity in there, and so adversity and those things are what make us grow and what makes us better. The path of least resistance is not what we're all about. We want to take this path of some challenges. There'll be some peaks and some valleys, and hopefully our staff and myself, we can provide the proper leadership to our guys to help keep it in perspective that it's 3 games, but it's 1 game at a time, but we have to break it down to 1 possession at a time. And we want to focus on getting every rebound. We want to make every free throw. We want to make every layup, and we want to make, every decision the right one. Knowing that won't happen, but we want to try to push ourselves to play good basketball, and that's what it's all about. We're gonna miss some shots. We're gonna miss some layups. We're gonna miss some free throws. But we want to really focus on having that focus and concentration that's needed to have some success during this time.
Would this also be, in many respects, if you look toward the sectional tournament, you're talking about many games in a short amount of time. Do you kind of use that as the experience as well and relate the two together?
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of focusing on one opponent and, playing that opponent and right away jumping to the next opponent in terms of the scout, the film, the game plan. Each game, each new opponent gives us an opportunity to get better and better at preparing for that team, preparing ourselves and preparing for what their strengths and their weaknesses are. So, these are the times that you relish and you cherish as an athlete, as a competitor, because all the hard work you put in. All the sacrifice you make from not being able to hang out with your friends and do things with the family and things like that. You want to be able to at least be able to cash in. You want to be able to get some. You want to be able to get some results out of all the things that you've given up. To be in this position because these kids they work their tails off and. During this time of the year, they don't live their lives like normal high school students because of all the time and the work and the energy we put into, trying to be a good players and good teams and a good program. So I'm hoping that our guys can continue to have some success. Following up from last weekend, I thought that was a good win. But, Arsenal Tech and, C.J. Walker is Mr. Basketball candidate and, they got a transfer from Lawrence Central, Sean King. He's a explosive player, north and south, downhill kind of guy. And then they have some other athletes that crash the boards hard. They play relentlessly, and they defend very well. So we're going to have to do a very good job of sticking to our game plan, sticking to the scout, knowing the personnel, and hopefully, we can make the proper adjustments throughout the game to have some success tonight.
When I go back to last weekend, Friday night, you played that good first half against Marion, and then, of course, the second half certainly didn't turn out the way you'd hoped. But then you come back and play a completely different style of basketball up at Jay County. You end up winning that ball game. In that second game, you kind of shortened your bench a little bit because you ended up without a couple of players, and then when A.J. went down as well, it shortened it a little bit more. Not saying that that's something you're going to do anytime soon, but are you going to think about shortening that bench a little bit and not have so many in your rotation at any point in the season?
Well, eventually, in a perfect world, you want all the kids to play. But in reality, we're giving all of these kids opportunities to play, to get game experience, and so somewhere down the road they can help us. And with that said, we're going to play those guys that give us the best chance to win. We talk about all the time that, when you're young, you pay your $45 to the Y or the Boys and Girls Club or Richmond Youth League Basketball, and you're going to guarantee you 5 minutes. And one thing, as far as creating a culture with our program, and nothing will be given. Everything will be earned. And all these guys will have to earn their minutes. They'll have to earn those opportunities out on the floor. Obviously, we're losing Dominique. Some guys will probably play more minutes than they may have played if he was playing. AJ's bounced back and had a great week. And, hopefully he'll get better. But, looking at our JV team, we got 3 good big sophomores and Keyshawn Clemens, Noah Hartley, Colton Davis. Those guys are knocking at the door for opportunities. And so, I think eventually, if we can have a good, 7 to 8 man rotation where we can stay solid, that would be great. But there will be some games in this type of stretch where we're going to need all 12, 13 of these guys. In the Jay County game, we played 12 kids, and they all contributed to the win, whether it was, effort, being a good teammate, cheering one another on, picking another teammate up. It was a great win for our program. But moving forward, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher each week. And we got to find some guys who are going to bring it every day. They're going to compete. They're going to fight. When the going gets tough, they're going to fight through it. And, they're going to, learn to impose their will on the opponent to find a way to win. Because at the end of the day, you have some great coaches out here, and the coaches can only do so much. And at some point, the players have to, take it upon themselves to take ownership of that opportunity and make plays. Obviously, the last few years we've been afforded, a couple of guys that would just not allow their team to lose. And I'm looking for a couple of these guys to step up and have that kind of a personality, that type of mentality to keep us being positive, being strong, and having a Warriors-like mentality. So no matter who we're playing, no matter the talent level we're playing, they're going to find a way to lead their team to a victory.
Coach mentioned a little bit ago about this Arsenal Tech team and C.J. Walker. The kid, no doubt about it, has that Mr. Basketball ability, and he knows how to win championships. He did that as a sophomore, though their talent probably very, very good then, and it maybe is not as good now, but still pretty good. What do they do well? What scares you the most about them, and what do you prepare for this entire week the most about getting ready for this Tech team?
Well, the thing that concerns me about Tech the most is that they're so athletic. And their team realizes that C.J. Walker is a really, really good player. And they sporadically ball screen for him. They do all sorts of things to get him going. And then when you add the King player in there, again, he's downhill. He attacks the rim, and he's a solid shooter. And so we have to figure out what we're going to give up. Are we going to give up the drive? Are we going to make them beat us from the perimeter? Or, are we going to allow somebody else to beat us? But a thing that really concerns me also is that they attack the glass, the offensive glass. They're relentless on the boards, which has been one of our weaknesses. We have not attacked the glass. We have not held our position as well as I would like for us to. And so this is an opportunity for us to get better at our rebounding efforts, containing the dribble penetration, and then also trying to neutralize a really, really good player. Because every team that we'll face have a really good player because of the schedule we have. And so we're going to have to find a way to neutralize really, really good players. You're never going to stop them, but if you can just neutralize them, make them work for everything is earned. And maybe give somebody else the opportunity to try to beat us, which will take them out of their rhythm and their comfort zone. I think we have a better chance to compete and at least be in the game and find a way to scratch and claw and get a victory. But this Tech team, they'll mix up their defenses. They'll full court press you. They'll half court man you. They'll run and jump you in certain places on the sidelines. They 2-3. They 1-3-1. And so it's going to be very important that our point guards are recognizing what they're doing. And I try to give our guards little tips and strategies on how to recognize whether in their zone or man, which, we tell them to pass to a wing, cut through, and if nobody comes, they're zone. And, if they come with you, they're man, you quickly, work back to the ball and get us in the right set, get us in the right offense. So it's a process, man. These guys just haven't played a lot. And so we're working on every aspect of the game right now. And I think we're getting better. It's just an everyday grind of bringing it in practice. I mean, we're working on being better practice players. We've had some guys that had a little success in the games, but we're not seeing it in practice. And I'm trying to reinforce to them that if you learn to practice better, you have even better results in the game. You got to learn how to bring it in practice, every aspect of it, working hard, cutting hard, getting on the floor for loose balls. Not worried about getting injured. I mean, injuries are part of the game. But if you're going all out, good things will happen. And so it's a mentality that we're trying to teach. And you're talking mentality, you're talking skill, and you're talking competitiveness. And those three things are the things we really got to keep working on.
Coach, before I let you go, you mentioned Dominique earlier. How much longer will you know his status for being out of the lineup, and are you going to have him back hopefully anytime soon?
Well, at this moment, Dominique is we're classifying it as an MCL sprain, pretty severe sprain. He's scheduled to have an MRI this weekend. And we're hoping to have confirmation on where he is by Monday. And Dominique is still an integral part of our team. He's been picking up our teammates, and he's been in practice, being vocal, and trying to help out any way he can. And, you know, it's a tough loss because Dominique was playing really, really well. I really feel bad for the kid. You know, he moved from Florida to Richmond to graduate with this group of guys. And they're his friends, and we all love him, and we feel really bad for him. But you know, we got to keep playing, and we got to keep playing for ourselves, and we got to keep playing for him. And so, let's hope that it's not an MCL tear, which that's been thrown out there as well. If it's not an MCL tear, we're hoping that maybe some rehabilitation, some therapy, and so forth. We may be able to get him back by tournament time. And so, I mean, that's trying to be positive about it. But there is a, you know, we may lose him for the year.
Coach, as always, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, Troy.
If you would like your athlete to take their game to the next level, look no further. New Vision Sports and their staff has over 20 years of experience in coaching and developing the serious-minded athlete. New Vision specializes in improving your basketball skills, overall speed, and agility. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, or give them a call at 765-977-5831. Again, call 765-977-5831, or go to their website at newvisionsports.com.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Back once again here at the Tiernan Center. You heard the comments moments ago of head coach Rick Wedlow, and I think he knows they're going to have to play well tonight. This is a very good Indianapolis Tech basketball team. We're not only talking about C.J. Walker averaging 23.3 points per game. The guy, not as many assists as you would think as the point guard, but he's the leading scorer. Guy puts the ball in the basket. He can get you steals, nearly 3 per game. And just a very solid basketball player. Remember him as a sophomore, and you know he's matured quite a bit in the last couple of years. But C.J. Walker, one of 2 players in double figures. Another player to watch will be Chris King. Remember, we just mentioned him a little bit ago, a transfer, 14 points per game coming into this one here tonight. You also have Mario Knowles at 9 points per game, Ernest Miles at 8.8. They don't have a ton of size on the team, but again, the players that they do have playing 6'4", 6'5", long and athletic, and the Red Devils certainly have had their difficulties against teams like the Marion Giants, like North Central, that have athleticism and also have length to their game. So the Red Devils, again, will certainly have to play extremely well in this one here tonight. The Red Devils, meanwhile, come into this one averaging only 52 points per game. No one in the starting lineup or in the entire lineup tonight will be averaging 10 points per game. Their leading scorer, still out, Dominique Walker, averaging 12.5 points per game, will not play again tonight. So the leading scorer right now is Adrian Gibson at 9 points per ball game. So the Red Devils are going to have to find a way to put some points on the board. Now, where those points will come from will certainly be a huge key for the Red Devils tonight. They'll have to find some bench scoring tonight as well. We'll come back. Starting lineups are coming up in a couple of moments. We'll also check out the NCC in just a moment as well. Stay right there. This is Richmond Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Reynolds Plumbing, the area's leader in residential and commercial plumbing. Fast, friendly, 24-hour emergency service. You name it, they can fix it. Whether it's installation, remodeling, sump pumps, well pumps, water heaters, or sewer camera service, they now have service on heating and air conditioning. Give them a call at 966-0994 for free estimates. Reynolds Plumbing, 198 South 2nd Street in Richmond.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
Do you need help taking care of your car? I know we do, because Troy can barely change the position of the seat. That's why we take our cars to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main Street in Richmond. We've been relying on Brad and his crew for years, and they always take good care of us without breaking the bank. For great auto service by trained professionals, call Beach Automotive at 966-8181 or visit their website at beach-auto.com.
Going to get you updated on the North Central Conference and the standings heading into tonight's action as we get set to tip this one off here at the Tiernan Center. Right now, Marion and Anderson atop the Eastern Division, both clubs at 1-0. Muncie Central will be playing their first NCC contest tonight. Indianapolis Tech and Richmond both at 0-1 in conference play. In the Western Division, Lafayette Jeff off to a good start. They're 1-0 and 6-0 overall. McCutcheon is 1-0. Logansport will play their first conference game tonight with Kokomo and Harrison, both ball clubs at 0-1. Tonight, Anderson is at Muncie Central. Harrison is at McCutcheon. Kokomo is on the road at Marion. And Logansport is at Lafayette Jeff. Red Devils now making their way onto the playing floor here tonight. By the way, the other game we have for you tonight is the Centerville-Hagerstown game. Scott Beeman has the call of that one. And then, of course, tomorrow night we'll have the Richmond and Connorsville matchup from Connorsville. And then the area's biggest game so far, it'll be Seton. They are undefeated. They'll play Northeastern tomorrow. We'll have that game for you as well. Latest Indiana boys basketball polls. In 4A, North Central is number 1, followed by Merrillville, Evansville Rights, New Albany, and Carroll, with Ben Davis, Pike South, Port Lawrence Central, and Lafayette Jeff out of the NCC in the top 10. Park Tudor's number 1 in 3A. They have a coaching change underway at Park Tudor this week. Griffith number 2, followed by Mishawaka Marion, Silver Creek, and Indianapolis Attucks. Marion this week at number 6. In 2A, Northeastern on top, followed by Bar Reeve, LaPel, Indianapolis Howe, and Bowman Academy. And in single A, Liberty Christian is number 1, followed by Bloomfield, Oldenburg Academy, Lanesville, and Wood Memorial. And again, Seton jumping into the top 10 this week. They are ranked number 6 in single A. So you're up to date on the North Central Conference as well as the latest polls this week in boys high school basketball. When we come back, we'll get you the starters coming up next. This is Richmond basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power & Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power & Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power & Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Back at the Tiernan Center, here's how Arsenal Tech will start tonight under head coach Jason Delane. Ernest Miles, a 6'5 junior, he wears number 4. C.J. Walker, the 6-foot senior, wearing number 11. Samir J. Hayes, a 6'1 junior, number 20. Mario Knowles is a 6'3 senior, number 21. And Jimmy Gates, a 6'2 senior, number 32. So again tonight for Tech, it'll be Miles, Walker, Hayes, Knowles, and Gates. For the Red Devils, Brendan Van Landingham, a 5'11 senior, number 4. Bo Carter, a 6'6 senior, number 12. Adrian Gibson, a 6'3 senior, number 23. A.J. Ferguson, a 5'10 junior, number 24. And Derek Clemens, a 6'3 senior, wearing number 34. So it'll be Van Landingham, Carter, Gibson, Ferguson, and Clemens for the Red Devils. So we are ready to get this one underway here at the Tiernan Center. Red Devils breaking their huddle. Keep an eye on C.J. Walker. Last time he was here, led his team or helped lead his team as a sophomore to a semi-state championship and later on a state title. Bo Walker, you see, will jump it up in the middle. Tip will be won by Ernest Miles and the Titans. The Red Devils opening up in a 2-3 zone. Perhaps feeling that the Titans not as good of an outside shooting team as they have seen this year. The first shot missed, but an offensive rebound by Hayes, and we've got a jump ball. And it'll go to the Red Devils. See, the Titans will be opening up in a little zone trap of their own. Here's Clemens to Van Landingham. Both teams certainly have been scouted well. Heard Coach talk about recognizing, and there's a turnover by Richmond as C.J. Walker gets the steal and the first 2 points of the ball game. So Walker, an Indiana All-Star candidate and a Mr. Basketball candidate as well, off to a good start here tonight as Red Devils trail at 2-0. Clemens on the drive will take the bump and a whistle and a foul. Looks like that's Mario Knowles. It'll be hard to see the numbers for Indianapolis Tech tonight. Van Landingham off the inbound from A.J. Ferguson. Here's a guy the Red Devils really need to get going. That's Adrian Gibson. Red Devils fresh off that win over Jay County. There's Clemens. His shot off the back of the iron, and C.J. Walker with the rebound. Walker will bring it at himself. Again, Walker will be going to Florida State. Walker averaging 23 points per game. I was watching him in the warm-ups, a much improved outside shooter. He was really working on his game from the outside. Red Devils stay zone. Here's Ernest Miles in the corner. And again, the Titans will work it around the perimeter. Here's Knowles. Has it knocked away by Van Lanningham. Titans will keep it. His jumper from about 16 feet, no good. Battle for the rebound. That's Ernest Miles, and Miles will be fouled, though Derek Clemens took one right in the face, trying to go after that loose basketball. A.J. Ferguson will pick up the foul. 6:08 remaining, and I think the Red Devils are going to get an early timeout, and they will. 6:08 to go, opening period, 2-0 Titans on top. This is Richmond Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
You will not see Rick Wedlow call a timeout that early. In fact, very seldom will he burn a timeout that early, especially when there's not really a run put on. But I think he had a message for his team right there that they need to make sure they stay focused. Here's Walker. In and out on the jumper, and another offensive rebound. Put back good underneath. That may have been Knowles on the putback. Knowles averaging 9 points per ball game. And that's where they have to have the play of Bo Carter inside, and the Red Devils turn it over for the second time. Here's Walker. Titans will try to attack the rim, but they turn it over for the second time. And now Richmond turns it over. Third turnover by Richmond. No good by Knowles. He thought he got fouled, and the Red Devils off the rebound. Gibson. Quick outlet pass to Van Lanningham. Back to Gibson. Adrian on the drive, and they're going to call the foul on the floor before the shot. Well, we mentioned a little bit ago, and Coach talked about that it's a team that wants to attack the rim. That's Indianapolis Tech. Clemens back in after he stepped out for a moment. And also into the ball game will be Christian Harvey, sophomore point guard, and a dangerous inbound. And there's the steal by Walker, and Walker with a layup. Red Devils now with 4 turnovers, and Richmond trailing this one 6-0. 5 minutes remaining in the opening period of play, and Tyrone Washington is now checked in. Harvey in the corner now to Washington. His jumper no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and C.J. Walker the last to touch it. Red Devils come now with Makai Davis. A.J. Ferguson will sit down. So the Red Devils already going to their bench deep here in the opening period of play. Clemens off to Harvey. Makai right back to Harvey. His floater in the lane is off the mark. Red Devils remain scoreless here in the opening period of play. Titans want to get out and run. Red Devils quickly peel back on defense. That'll be Knowles now at the point. Walker will be to his left. That is Walker cutting across the lane. Red Devils stay zone, but a blocking foul on Clemens. Clemens will pick up his first, team foul number 2. Going to be a change here for Arsenal Tech as Jimmy Gates coming out of the ball game, and Chris King, keep an eye on Chris King, averaging 14 a game coming off the bench for this Tech basketball team. He's the transfer we were talking about earlier. Here's Walker, nice drive in the lane, bucket good, and he's fouled. Boy, C.J. Walker, he is so tough off the dribble. Now they list him at 6 foot, and that might be a very kind 6 foot. Foul's going to be on Mekhi Davis, and the Red Devils find themselves in a hole early, but the free throw is missed, and a rebounding foul on Ernest Miles. And Miles will pick up his first. 4:04 remaining. Red Devils have gone almost 4 minutes without putting a point on the board. And here is Christian Harvey back to the point. Now it has been over 4 minutes. Clemens back once again to Harvey. Here is Washington. His jumper no good. And the Titans get the rebound. Here's C.J. Walker once again. Walker double teamed and turns it over. Third turnover now by Tech. Here's Clemens back the other way. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Mekhi. And then Harvey has his shot blocked out of bounds. There is Mario Knowles once again doing it on the defensive end. Red Devils going to come now with Trey Griffin for the first time tonight. 3:26 to go. Here's Gibson on the left wing. Gets the screen from Mekhi. Mekhi will receive, dribbles baseline, and back to Washington. Trey will, I should say, Ty will give it up. Here's Gibson down the lane, and we've got a foul called on the Titans. It'll be a 2-shot foul. And Richmond a chance to get on the board at 3:10. C.J. Walker picks up the foul. Again, this will happen at 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Richmond this year has been notorious going on scoring droughts. By the way, Ty Washington coming out. A.J. Ferguson stepping into the lineup. We mentioned already that Trey Griffin has come in. Mekhi Davis will sit down. Second free throw now by, well, it could be a lane violation if it's missed, but it was made. So Richmond, their first 2 points on free throws, trail at 8-2. Red Devils going to do a little trap right here, and they force a turnover. Tech wasn't ready for it. That's a situation right there. You want to get the ball in the hands of C.J. Walker, let him go to work. The Red Devils have now forced 4 turnovers. So now Christian Harvey, the sophomore point guard, going to work against the man-to-man. Here's Clemens. Ferguson, dangerous pass to Griffin, took his eye off it, goes out of bounds, and the Red Devils with their 5th turnover here in the opening period. .242 to go. Here's Knowles. Down the lane, contact off the shot. Bucket good, though, by King. And that's his first 2. We'd mentioned he's averaging 14 a game. Red Devils down by 8. There's Harvey on the drive. His shot no good. Richmond remains without a field goal here in the opening period of play. It'll be King at the point. Now Walker gets that screen from Knowles, and the pass underneath, losing it in the air. On the way up was Deshaun Watkins, who has checked in. And back the other way, shot's going to be missed by Griffin. So Deshaun Watkins, a 6'2 junior, is checked in. That's Watkins down low. He's going to get blocked, but a foul call.
Richmond fouls on 24, A.J. Ferguson.
Ferguson's going to pick up number 2, and that will put Watkins at the free throw line for 2 shots. Nine-point lead now for Indianapolis Tech. They're fresh off a win on the road at Michigan City by 3 after losing a tough one at Anderson. Evan Williams will come in. A.J. Ferguson will sit down. 1:52 remaining, and the Red Devils down by 10. Here is Gibson. Ball tipped, and another turnover by Richmond. Tech will attack. Here's King off the glass and good. Boy, he's a smooth-looking player. Red Devils down by their biggest margin, now 6 turnovers. Here's Gibson for 3, and the Red Devils needed that one. 125, and they finally get their first bucket. Red Devils still down by 9. Here's King once again on the drive, draws the contact. Clemens will pick up the foul. So Clemens has 2. There you see the time and the score.
Chris King will be at the line to shoot 2.
Here's Chris King. 2-shot foul. Boy, it's nice to have a player with 14 points a game coming off your bench. King now with 5. Van Landingham is checked back in. Second free throw is up and good. Question is tonight for Richmond, can they stop all these different weapons and can they score enough? That's always a problem for Richmond, at least it has been this year against the good teams. Here's Gibson for 3 and can't get it to go. Rebounded Tech. By the way, C.J. Walker getting a quick blow. King on his way up, and they're going to get him for an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Chris King.
King will pick up his first. 47.9 remaining. All the scoring so far done by Adrian Gibson. Tech staying in an extended zone. That is King out front trying to get the steal. Van Landingham on the drive will find Gibson. Passes up the 3, drives in, banks off the glass, no. Gets the offensive rebound, and on his way back up, he gets fouled.
Tech foul on number 23, Sean Watkins.
Watkins will pick up the foul. Here's Gibson. Well, tonight, Richmond's going to have to find someone else to get into the scoring column. We'd mentioned Gibson averaging 9 per game. No other Red Devil really even close to that number. Second free throw is good, and so far Adrian has all the points tonight. Richmond down by 9, and they'll trap once again. Christian Harvey with the steal, bucket good.
Christian Harvey.
So the turnover leading to points, and Tech having a difficult time. 6 turnovers now by Tech. They don't have C.J. Walker in the lineup, and the Red Devils trying to take full advantage. 5 seconds to go. Here's King on the drive. He will find a forced shot. No good by Wesley Jones, who checked into the ball game. And we are at the end of 1. Red Devils close the gap to 7. This is Richmond basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, the very best in pizza and grinders. We use only the highest quality meats, cheeses, and vegetables. It's impossible not to taste the difference. Every morning we bake our bread to ensure our customers the freshest sandwiches. Mancino's offers more than grinders. They also have fantastic specialty pizzas and salads. Stop by for lunch, dinner, or after the game. Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. The taste of quality you expect.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Adrian Gibson was 7 of the Red Devil 9 points, but they forced Indianapolis Tech into a turnover late that got Christian Harvey on the board, and the Red Devils closed the gap. It could have been much worse, now down by 7. Walker back in, and he will be playing a little post. See, Walker's right there at the free throw line. Here's a jumper on the way. Good three-point bucket. Looked like that might be Hayes. That's going to be Watkins for 3. Here's Harvey down the lane, has his shot blocked, and back the other way. Down the lane, bucket good by Walker. And just like that, 5 points on the board by the Titans, and the Red Devils down 21-9 within the first 35 seconds of the second period. And another turnover by Richmond. That's number 7, and then missing it on the way up is Miles. Nope, that's going to be King. I'll take that back. King thought about dunking it and then missed it at the last moment. Van Landingham, his jumper no good. Long rebound Gibson. Gibson turns now, drives and scores.
Adrian Gibson.
Well, probably nobody feels sillier than Chris King, who ended up missing the dunk. So King comes back, shoots the 3, and got it. And he tells the crowd about it, too. And the Red Devils now down by 13. And the ball, they're going to call a foul here on Jones. King's going to come out of the lineup. Looks like Hayes has come back in. As I mentioned, their numbers are very hard to read. Van Landingham coming out. Evan Williams will come out. Washington is back in. Mentioned Trey Griffin. He is now checked into the Richmond lineup. And the Red Devils down by 13, 6:33 to go. And we have now the 7th team foul already on Washington. So the Red Devils have jumped into the bonus. And here's Christian Harvey. That one rattles in and out. Walker easily getting away from the trap. The pass to Jones, back to Walker, and they're best when he's on the floor. He's a true point guard. And a travel, though, on Walker. They've turned the ball over 7 times, so have the Red Devils. Not a very pretty game early. Griffin will bring that one across the timeline. Here's Gibson. Trying to get the ball out of Gibson's hands, and Washington drives. He has his shot blocked as he goes to the floor. Here's Walker. Ball tipped in the air. Quick hands by that Red Devil defense. Entry pass now to Hayes. Drives and scores. Hayes will get his first 2. And the Red Devils down by 15. Here's Clemens. Now to Harvey. Big screen there by Washington, but he turned the wrong way on the roll, and C.J. Walker saves it from going out of bounds. Good save. Here's Gibson on the drive. No on the shot. And somehow Tech came out with it. Well, everybody kind of stopped playing there for a moment. moment thinking that ball had gone out of bounds near the scores table. Here's Walker, 15-footer, good. 10 points now by Walker, and the Red Devils down by 17. Here's Clemens. His baseline jumper, good. Clemens now with his first two. Here's Walker. Contact, and they'll get Washington on the block. Bucket is good.
Count the basket by Walker.
C.J. Walker, just so much quickness.
His first, team 6.
Each team will be in the bonus on the next Richmond foul. Bo Carter's checked back in. Adrian Gibson will sit down. And here's the concern you have for Richmond at this stage. Again, you don't have Dominique Walker, your leading scorer. He is still out probably till the end of the year. At least it sounds like at this stage. As C.J. Walker able to hit the free throw. Who do you have on the floor that wants to be a scorer now? Somebody's going to have to step up. Here is Clemens. Nice crossover against Walker, and then the ball squirts loose back to Carter. Here's Washington, and he'll drive to the basket and be fouled. There you see the time remaining here in the first half, and Richmond got off to a slow start in that opening quarter, and they've gotten off to a slow start here in the second. Foul's going to be called on Hayes, and that'll be the second on Hayes. And Tyrone Washington missing the front end of 2. Coming back in will be Chris King, the 6'4 senior. Now they list King at 6'4. He's standing next to Trey Griffin at 5'10, and they're saying there is a 6-inch difference there, and yet there really didn't appear to be, so somebody's not telling the truth. Turnover by Tech. Here is Washington on the steal, and he'll be fouled. They're going to call that foul on Gates.
Foul's on Jimmy Gates. His first, team's 8.
So Tyrone Washington, after missing those 2 free throws, came back, got the steal, and now we'll go to the free throw line. Got that one. 4:20 remaining. Second free throw rims in and out. Walker able to rip that one down, and here come the Titans. Well, they attack that rim again. Left it short. Rebound Clemens. Knowles unable to finish. Here's Tyrone Washington in the corner to Harvey for 3. Can't get that to fall. Tipped by Bo Carter, but right to Walker. Here come the Titans again, but a bad pass went behind Knowles, and it went out of bounds, and it'll stay Tech basketball. Jimmy Gates will sit down. Ernest Miles back in. Red Devils coming with Adrian Gibson. And Tyrone Washington will sit down. 3:53 remaining. Here in period 2, the crowd has been pretty subdued so far here in this first half. Walker setting that screen. Here is King, pull-up shot, no good. Well, they set that up and ran it almost perfectly. Here is Clemens, and take that back. That's going to be Christian Harvey down the lane for 2. Red Devils down by 15. Another turnover by Tech. That's number 9. And the Red Devils give it right back. 8 for Richmond. Here's C.J. Walker. Walker, nice move in the lane. Scoop shot, good. He has gotten so much better offensively. The Red Devils down once again by 17. We'll see Evan Williams come back in. And we're under the 3-minute mark. Clemens is going to get fouled, though. He was very lucky. They were going for the double team. He had C.J. Walker there. Jones was there as well.
Derek Clemens will be at the line to shoot 2.
Clemens at the line now for 2 shots. 2:52 to go first half. Red Devils in the second quarter shooting a lot of free throws. The only problem is that's not going to get you caught up very quickly. Trey Griffin will sit down. He's getting an earful from Rick Wedlow. Second free throw is good by Clemens. He now has 4. Tech able to break that up the sideline back to Walker. He always finds the open man. King short on the shot. The offensive rebound battled for, and Evan Williams able to come up with a loose basketball. Here is Clemens short on the jumper. Now the Titans on the attack the other way. Here's Miles, no good. And Williams unable to hold on to it. Watkins picks it up. We've got a jump ball. And it will be Richmond basketball. Makai Davis coming back in. Tech now with 10 turnovers here in the first half. But still lead this one 33-18. Red Devils did not score until 3:10 remaining in that opening period. They got their first basket at 1:25 remaining. They did finish it strong, but then got off to a slow start in the second. Here's Mackay for 3. Got it.
3-pointer.
Mackay with his first basket. And Richmond almost getting another turnover. Short on the jumper as Tech unable to hit from the outside. Knowles missed it badly. Here's Bo Carter stripped from behind. And the Red Devils turned it over for the 9th time. Here's C.J. Walker. His jumper no good. Rebound by Miles. He'll put it in for his first 2. Boy, one thing about it, you got to be very strong with a basketball. And Bo Carter got trapped in midcourt, put that ball behind his head, and stripped away rather easily. Gibson on the drive, no. Gibson able to take it away from Miles and then shoots and misses, and another offensive board for Mackay Davis. Here's Gibson driving strong, and he'll go back to the free throw line. The Red Devils able to rebound with the Titans.
Second. Adrian Gibson will be at the line to shoot 2.
61 seconds remaining. And Gibson again at the line. Coming into the ball game now for the Titans will be Brandon Thomas, a 6'3" senior. Thomas will give the Titans some girth down low as Gibson will hit 1 of 2. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 1:01 remaining here in the first half. Red Devils down by 13. This is Richmond basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computers manufactures their own line of competitively priced workstations and servers with only high-quality parts. They are registered and certified business partners with many manufacturers, distributors, and companies to offer competitive pricing as a value-added reseller. Their experienced technicians have a proven track record and are an invaluable support team for your information technology needs. Contact Summit at 939-2120 and at summit-computers.com.
Well, despite a poor start in both quarters, Red Devils still in this game, down by 13. They forced the Titans into 10 turnovers in the first half. Richmond will try to force the action here, and if that's Clemens, I just think he picked up his third.
Foul is on number 34, Derek Clemens, his third.
So that will put Chris King to the line. 9 points by King in the first half. He'll be there for the one and bonus. Well, the Titans went through a stretch there where they turned the ball over 2 or 3 times in a row as Adrian Gibson will come in. Clemens will have to sit down. Clemens again committing his third foul. King misses the second. Mackay, good position down low. The Red Devils down by 14. And boy, got to get somebody to the basketball. Dangerous pass, and that'll be Thomas picking up the foul as he ran over Mackay.
Foul on number 40, Brandon Thomas, his first.
Well, the Titans don't have the size of a Trey Lyles they had 2 years ago. Went 1 year to Kentucky, and then was drafted in the first round by the Utah Jazz. They don't have that 6'10" post presence that they had. They had a lot of other players around Trey Lyles. As Mackay misses the free throw. Double bonus time now for the Red Devils. Somebody's apparently bleeding. I don't know if it's Tyrone Washington. They're all checking arms and legs and everything else. If that's the case, they have to make sure he's being taken care of. It means we'll see Trey Griffin come back in so they can continue play right here. There were so many good players on that Indianapolis Tech team from 2 years ago. They had all kinds of talent on that ball club. Second free throw by Mackay is good, and the Red Devils now trail it by 13 as we're down to 42 seconds. They've had a difficult time with this trap, and a traveling call on C.J. Walker. He and Christian Harvey having words with one another. Harvey just a sophomore. They say C.J. Walker is 6 foot tall. He's probably closer to about 5'7", 5'8". He's not 6 foot because Harvey's standing right next to him, and Harvey they list him at 5'10", and there's no way he's 5'10". Williams in the corner, 23 seconds, and we've got a foul away from the basketball. They may have gotten the big fella again. Yep, they got Brandon Thomas, his second. And that'll put Richmond at the line. Evan Williams was trying to sneak in there to shoot the free throws, but it's going to be Mackay Davis. Williams was deep in the corner. Well, the pace of this game has really taken a turn for the worse. And Mackay misses the free throw. Second free throw by Mackay is good. And Richmond again just kind of hanging around, down by 12. Again, it's been this press that has hurt the Titans. It has slowed them down, and Richmond's quick hands now forcing 12 turnovers. A little curious why the Titans trying to throw through Richmond's hands. Here's Christian Harvey. 5 seconds remaining. Griffin driving baseline, got the shot up, rims in and out, tipped it up again, couldn't get it to go, and we made it to halftime. We'll take a timeout as well. Halftime numbers coming up in a moment. This is Richmond basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Did you know Richmond Schools offers an instrumental music program in grades 5 through 12? Did you know Richmond Schools offer classes in Chinese, French, and Spanish? And did you know Richmond offers a full slate of intermediate school athletic programs such as golf, swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com. Jiffy Lube of Richmond features the Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change. As much as you paid for your vehicle, keep it on the road as long as possible. The Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change is more than an oil change. It's preventative maintenance to keep your car running smoothly. Jiffy Lube, 2993 East Main in Richmond. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 8 to 5. Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all hand-picked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarSales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport.
Pure determination. Nothing is going to stand in the way of my becoming the best student athlete I can be.
Pure spirit, pure sport.
Pure leadership. I don't just play an important role on my team. I play an important role in my community.
Pure spirit, pure sport.
Pure sportsmanship. I recognize that attitude counts, and that being a good sport is the only way to play.
There are plenty of ways student athletes in Indiana demonstrate the values of high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we salute each and every one of them. The IHSAA, pure spirit, pure sport.
Pure effort.
Pure dedication, pure Indiana.
This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Back at the Tiernan Center, halftime. Red Devils trail at 36-24, but could have been much worse other than Richmond forcing turnovers by Indianapolis Tech in that second quarter. Red Devils got off to a terrible start to this one tonight. They did not score until they got a free throw with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in that opening period of play. They eventually scored 9 in the opening period. But then Indianapolis Tech, after scoring 16 in the opening, got off to a great start in that second quarter and put Richmond even in a bigger hole, but the Red Devils managed to bounce back at least a little bit and again got the Titans in a little bit of foul trouble and again turned them over several times in the second quarter. So here's how the scoring went for Tech. C.J. Walker led the way with 15, Chris King with 10, 5 points by Watkins, and then 2 by Miles, 2 by Hayes, and 2 by Knowles. That rounds out their 36. Red Devils were led by Gibson with 10, Davis with 5, Clemens with 4, and Harvey with 4. Clemens, by the way, the one player overall that is in foul trouble. He finishes with 3 in the first half. Red Devils turned it over 9 times in the first half, and Indianapolis Tech turned it over 12 times in the first half of play. So we'll see who makes the right adjustments as we get ready for the third quarter. Stay right there. This is Richmond basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Did you know Richmond High School offers 15 advanced placement courses through a partnership with the University of Notre Dame? Did you know Richmond High School had the first high school orchestra in the United States? And did you know Richmond High School is home to a national championship team in the Business Professionals of America? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
If you would like your athlete to take their game to the next level, look no further. New Vision Sports and their staff has over 20 years of experience in coaching and developing the serious-minded athlete. New Vision specializes in improving your basketball skills, overall speed, and agility. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, or give them a call at 765-977-5831. Again, call 765-977-5831, or go to their website at newvisionsports.com.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
That is Hope Bumbelow, a Richmond grad who is back from overseas, getting a ovation from the crowd here tonight. We've seen a few Richmond grads in the house here this evening, and hoping the Red Devils will get off to a better start here in the third quarter. The beginning of both the first and second quarters were quarters to forget and has put Richmond in a hole. But again, only down by 12. That is the good news. And it will be Tech basketball to open things up here in the third. Tech really had a difficult time with the Red Devils zone trap, and Red Devils showing excellent quickness in getting some not only steals, but deflections, and really upsetting the offense for the Titans. I was keeping an eye on everything down low, a little shoving and pushing going on, no whistles. Here's a three-point attempt, and boy, getting the roll. I tell you what, if you're Knowles, you got to thank the rim at that end of the floor. Good way to start for Tech. By the way, Tyrone Washington and Christian Harvey, along with Evan Williams, beginning the second half in the starting positions. And there is Adrian Gibson now with 12. So the Red Devils shaking things up a little bit here in the second half with Van Lanningham, Carter, and Ferguson on the bench. Here's a drive and a bucket. C.J. Walker now with 17. Red Devils down by 15. Here's Christian Harvey. I think Harvey's the best ball handler the Red Devils have. Here's Gibson for three. Missed it. And the rebound pulled out of there by Knowles. Here's C.J. Walker. Walker quickly pushing the ball, and once you do that, you can't trap him right there, and that's what the Titans want to do. There's Washington with the rebound. Harvey on the drive, strong to the basket, bucket good. 6 points now by Harvey. You may see Harvey inserted into that starting lineup for good here eventually if he keeps playing like that. Red Devils down 41-28. That is Walker. Red Devils staying down a 2-on-2 zone. I was watching Jimmy Gates down low against Evan Williams. That baseline shot on the line, drive no good, and the rebound and a traveling call on Miles. So a lot of contact as Miles goes to the floor, may have hurt his hand. And the Red Devils have the basketball. Tech now with 13 turnovers. Titans once again will come out and show a little zone trap of their own. Here's Williams quickly back to Gibson. Gibson and hit from behind, and that'll be C.J. Walker picking up his second.
Foul on number 11, C.J. Walker hits second. Team's first in the second half.
Interesting, for the first time this year, barring an injury or such or foul trouble, the Red Devils changing their starting lineup in the second half. Gibson, ball tipped in the air. Red Devils turn it over for the 10th time. And back the other way. Boy, contact by the Red Devils. No whistle. That was Miles trying to get the bucket at the other end. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Knowles. And it remains Richmond basketball. Get Richmond on the road tomorrow at Connorsville and then Monday at Dayton Dunbar. Both those are scheduled for 7:30 tip-off times. Here is the drive and a jump ball called. Clemens got that ball caught behind his head, and The ball will stay with Richmond, but they lose the possession arrow. That'll be a turnover. 11 turnovers now by Richmond. Gibson off the inbound with a left-hand shot short, and the rebound by Gates. Here's Walker. Walker lobbing, and the block shot by Gibson, a whistle. And somebody's hurt at the other end of the floor. And Gibson went high, and then he got knocked into. Looks like that might be Ernest Miles. They're going to get Gibson on the foul. Again, the wave off the basket, and boy, Miles, hopefully he's okay as you see the time remaining. And boy, Gibson got way up there. Gibson at about 6'1", 6'2", but he plays at about 6'9", and he went right into Ernest Miles. Miles averaging 8.8 points per game. You see the Red Devils right there. Looks like he's going to be okay. Might have been more scared than anything, which is certainly understandable when you get hit like that. And they're going to bring him, I'm sure, out of the ball game right here. And Van Landingham coming in for Richmond. Back in the ball game for Tech will be Chris King. King had 10 in the first half. Derek Clemens will sit down. Clemens playing on some borrowed time, at least here in the third quarter, with the 3 fouls. And here's Chris King at the line. King will try it again. King misses them both, and Gibson with a rebound. And there's another turnover, and a bucket good. Knowles will get the bucket. Red Devils turn it over for the second time in the half, and there's a whistle and a foul. Christian Harvey tried to split 2 defenders, and that got him in trouble. The sophomore will learn you can't do that against quickness like what you're seeing tonight. C.J. Walker just picked up his third. 17 points by Walker. Here's Williams. Williams almost has it ripped away as there's 4 black jerseys out there and nobody back, but Washington misses the jumper. And Tech back the other way, and there's a dunk. Look out, Knowles. Wow. He left no doubt about that one. And back the other way, and dunking it home is Gibson. Gibson just returned the favor. And that gets the crowd going. 2 monstrous dunks, and that'll be a timeout by Tech. Wow. It's about time you see Gibson slam one down like that. We'll take a timeout. This is Richmond basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
By the way, Gibson taking that one home. He came out of the ball game. I'm not sure if he hurt his hand or not. But he came over, and the trainer, now he's back out on the floor, but he ended up going to see the trainer. I wasn't sure if he was hurt or not. That might be the hardest slam dunk by Gibson we've seen in his career. We've been kind of waiting for it. Right after Knowles slammed his home, Gibson now with 14 points. You'd really like to see that fire in him a lot more. Baseline shot on the way, no good as Tech continues to struggle from the outside. Here is Tyrone Washington. Williams in the corner for three, no. C.J. Walker coming out with it for the Titans, leading it by 15. There's a quick floater, good. That'll be Hayes. Red Devils back down by 17. Tyrone driving and a blocking foul underneath, and Tyrone will go to the line for two. They will get Chris King on the foul.
Fouls on number 5, Chris King. Second team's third. Tyrone Washington will be at the line to shoot two.
Tyrone is 1 for 4 at the free throw line. Make it 1 for 5. A.J. Ferguson checking back in. We will see another change here for the Titans as Damian Wilburn, a 5'8 sophomore, coming in. He wears number 2. Wilburn seeing his first action. Tyrone gets the second. 2 points tonight now by Tyrone. Here's King. Wilburn saves a turnover. Tech continues to struggle against the zone. And we're down to 2:43 remaining here in the third. And they don't shoot it well from the outside overall. Their game right now, at least according to what we've seen tonight, is they want to get that ball to the rim. Offensive foul, and they're going to get King, I believe. Now we got one with a block and one with a charge, and they're going to get Washington instead. That'll put King at the line. One official is ready to call the charge. $17-point lead as we'll see Mackay come in. Also Trey Griffin coming in. Evan Williams will sit down, and also Christian Harvey taking a seat on the Richmond bench with 2:30 remaining. Second free throw is good by King. Back to an 18-point lead now for the Titans. A.J. Ferguson losing the handle. Titans give it right back. Van Landingham to Mackay, and he traveled with it. Red Devils now with 14 turnovers. Bo Carter will check back in for the Red Devils, and then they change their mind. And they're going to put Tanner Coyle in. So Tanner will see his first action tonight. And the Red Devils continue to struggle offensively. Here's Wilburn for three, no. And Tyrone Washington ripping down the rebound. Red Devils will set things up. Griffin back to Washington. Mackay Davis on the right wing. Van Landingham, and then King got a hand on it. Another turnover. King will take it in, miss it. Rebound Wilburn, put back good. For the first time tonight, the Red Devils down by 20 at 51-31. And so far, the Red Devils cannot find a offense that's putting points on the board. Griffin driving, now the little floater, good. Here's a turnover again by the Titans. And we're down our final 43 seconds in the third. Griffin's going to shoot it again, another three, got it, big lift. 5 unanswered now for Richmond as Wilburn in the backcourt. They know they're going to have a replacement for C.J. Walker eventually. Nice pass and a quick foul. That will be A.J. Ferguson. He'll pick up his third.
Number 24, Ferguson.
That'll put Watkins at the line.
Deshaun Watkins at the line to shoot two.
Two-shot foul now for Watkins. First one is missed. They have not shot the free throw very well here in the third. Tanner Coyle steps in. A.J. Ferguson coming out. Van Landingham will sit down. We'll bring Gibson back in. Gibson with 14. Second free throw is good. Watkins now with 6. And we're down to our final 14 seconds. Well, there's a turnover by Clemens. Started to make the pass, brought the ball back down, and an unforced error on Richmond, 10.5. See what the Titans have in store right here. Bad decision that time by Wilburn as that one's knocked out of bounds. 3.5 to go. C.J. Walker has been out of the lineup for the last couple of minutes. Give him a chance to get a little bit of a rest. Here's Wilburn for 3. Got it. How about that? Off the inbound, and Wilburn hits the 3. And that's not a bad way to end the quarter if you're the Titans, and the Red Devils have a big hill to climb. Down by 19 as we head to the fourth. This is Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Did you know Richmond Schools offers an instrumental music program in grades 5 through 12? Did you know Richmond Schools offer classes in Chinese, French, and Spanish? And did you know Richmond offers a full slate of intermediate school athletic programs such as golf, swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com. Jiffy Lube of Richmond features the Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change. As much as you paid for your vehicle, keep it on the road as long as possible. The Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change is more than an oil change. It's preventative maintenance to keep your car running smoothly. Jiffy Lube, 2993 East Main in Richmond. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 8 to 5.
By Wilburn to end the third quarter. And the Red Devils back down by 19. Boy, they seem to get a couple of positives, and the next thing you know, Indianapolis Tech able to hit a shot just like that, or they get off to a good start in a quarter. Now, after some adjusting at the scorer's table, not sure what the delay was, it'll be Tech basketball. When they attack right down low and bucket, good by Miles. C.J. Walker still on the bench for Tech, and they can afford to leave him there for a little bit with a 21-point lead. This is Washington. Harvey back in, Makai Davis in, Gibson in, and also in the ball game, Tanner Coyle. Here's Gibson. Step back jumper, no. Long rebound. Gibson hustling after that one. Wilburn coming up a little bit slow, and a whistle and a foul call. Christian Harvey down on the floor for the Red Devils. Watkins will pick up number 2.
Christian Harvey will be at the line to shoot 2.
Here is Christian Harvey. Christian 0 for 1 from the line. 6 points tonight for the sophomore guard. Trey Griffin will step in. Tanner Coyle sitting down. Second free throw now by Harvey. Left that way short. And the rebound by Watkins. By the way, C.J. Walker back in now for the Titans. That is Walker. Scoop shot, no. Rebound, Walker. Walker finds the open man. Jump shot missed. Another offensive rebound. The Red Devils getting beat on the boards. I think they may have gotten C.J. Walker.
Tech fouls on number 11, C.J. Walker.
So Walker just picked up his fourth. Mario Knowles will check into the lineup, so Walker quickly back out with that fourth foul. 5 team fouls now on Tech. The Red Devils with 3 team fouls here in the second half. Here's Gibson for 3. No. Rebounded by Jones, and Tech quickly crossing the timeline. That stops any advantage there for the Red Devils trying to get into that zone trap, and that'll be a double dribble, and it is on Miles. Tech has turned the ball over 16 times. Evan Williams checking back in for Richmond, and Adrian Gibson a little slow to the bench as he has apparently tweaked his ankle. Told the coach he's okay, but Gibson now heading to see the trainer, I believe. 6:19 remaining. Christian Harvey will get it to Washington. Tyrone 3 is good. Red Devils down by 17. And they're going to get Washington on the foul, trying to get the steal. That's his second.
Tyrone Washington commits his third foul.
Red Devils now going a little man-to-man right here. It's probably a little more into the liking of Tech as they'll run that weave out front, though they haven't had a whole lot of success against the Red Devils in the half-court offense overall. Not what you would expect when a team run by C.J. Walker as the ball loose. And another turnover by Tech, their 5th in the second half. Red Devils down by 17. Williams thought about the 3, got covered up quickly. Here's Mackay, and they'll get him on the travel. "17 turnovers now by Richmond. Wilburn quickly out of his hand, the sophomore. Very small in stature. Again, we mentioned they list him at 5'8". Somebody's been fudging on the numbers. Not sure Wilburn is even 5'8" with his shoes on. Off balance shot, good. That'll be Knowles on the bucket. Here's Mackay for 3. Got it. 8 points now by Mackay. Red Devils down by 16, but boy, the way this building feels, it almost appears like the score is like 26 or 36. Richmond has kind of hung around all night, but have never been able to get over the hump. Slow starts in the first and second quarters. And they really just kind of played even in the third. Fourth quarter's been Rather uneventful. Tech only scoring 4 points so far, but their scoring leader's out. And that'll be a traveling call. And they can't play very well without C.J. Walker. Mackay will head to the bench. So now Clemens back in. Trey Griffin is in for Richmond. Here's Williams for three. Can't get it to go. C.J. Walker with a rebound. Here's Walker. Boy, nice pass to his right, intended for Miles. Miles not ready to catch. And a turnover by the Red Devils. 3:32 to go. Griffin back once again to Harvey. He'll shoot the three. Off the back of the eye, rebound Miles. Now Walker going to push it himself. And then he gets hit from behind by Clemens, and Clemens is going to pick up his fourth.
Richmond fouls on number 34, Clemens. His fourth.
Titans will inbound the basketball on the baseline. C.J. Walker, quiet in the second half. He has 17. But again, he sat a little bit because of foul trouble. Right now, all they need him to do is he and Wilburn out front just hold on to the basketball, run some clock, get out of here with a win. That's Walker. No. Rebound, Watkins. No. Red Devils turn it over again. .244 to go. Nothing mysterious about this right here. Just keep it away from Richmond. Not enough possessions remaining. And you force them to come out and play on defense. Look for the layup. As long as you don't throw it away.
Evan Williams in the ball game replacing Clemens.
Evan Williams back in. Clemens will sit down. Red Devils on the verge of falling to 2-4 and 0-2 in the NCC. Of course, this year with the NCC tournament, that'll play into where they'll be seeded in the NCC tournament. Griffin misses it. Indianapolis Tech will go to 1-1 in conference play, and they will go to 4-1 overall. Walker, pull-up jumper, no. Offensive rebound, put back, no by Miles, and another board by Watkins. This is a interesting team. And the thing is, they beat Warren Central by 2. They won at Guerin Catholic by 10. They lose at Anderson by 1, and then they go to Michigan City, won that one by 3. I don't know if we have seen their best tonight, but they are shaky in a few areas, including handling the basketball. Watkins with the free throw. If they don't have C.J. Walker in there, they're very shaky. They've only scored 6 in the final period. .130 to go. And somehow Washington gets the three, his second three. That'll be a foul on Washington as, again, Tech attacking the basket. Tyrone will pick up his third. Miles, I'm going to take that back. They're going to say 4 on Washington. Miles will go to the free throw line. 2-shot foul. with 1:17 remaining. Wow. That was a line drive shot right there by Miles. C.J. Walker done for the night, I do believe. Nope, he's going to stay in. They're going to bring Wilburn out. And Anthony Price, a 6-foot senior, has come in. He wore number 12. Free throw missed, but an offensive rebound. Miles lays it in. Here's Washington kick out. Christian Harvey, his three-pointer good. And we're under a minute remaining. That is Walker. And he just double dribbled with it. Brandon Thomas has checked back in once again for Indianapolis Tech. Also looks like Devon Nance is in. Tyrone missing another three. That one is no good, and it'll be Tech basketball. Tech's going to get a timeout right here. It'll be a 30-second timeout, I do believe. So again, tomorrow, we'll take on Connorsville. They are off to a good start, though their schedule not as tough as the Red Devils' early season schedule. Connorsville lost their last time on the road at Pendleton Heights, but they're 4-1. That is a 7:30 tip-off time. And then, of course, we'll be on the road at Dayton Dunbar. That'll be a tough one at Dayton coming up on Monday. And then we'll be on the Christmas break. The ball goes out of bounds. Turnover by Tech. They've turned the ball over 22 times tonight. Red Devils have turned it over 18. Here is Tyrone, another three, no good. And Red Devils get the offensive rebound. Griffin comes out with it. Here's Christian Harvey, his three, no good. C.J. Walker trying to get the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Tech basketball. C.J. Walker is done for the night. 6.2 to go. No need to foul right here. Let him play it out, and this one will be over with. And that's going to do it. Your final score here from the Tiernan Center. Tech 63, Richmond 49. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment. This is Richmond basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, the very best in pizza and grinders. We use only the highest quality meats, cheeses, and vegetables. It's impossible not to taste the difference. Every morning we bake our bread to ensure our customers the freshest sandwiches. Mancino's offers more than grinders. They also have fantastic specialty pizzas and salads. Stop by for lunch, dinner, or after the game. Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. The taste of quality you expect.
Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Well, the Red Devils lose it tonight, 63-49. With the loss, the Red Devils again will fall to 2-4. The Titans improve to 4-1. The Red Devils now 0-2 in the NCC. Quick check of the leading scorers. C.J. Walker finished with 17. Knowles finished with 11 points, and Chris King with 12. For the Red Devils, Adrian Gibson finished with 14 on the night. Mekhi Davis with 8. Tyrone Washington finished with 8. And Christian Harvey finished with 8 points on the night. So Red Devils back in action tomorrow. They'll take on Connorsville. We'll be on the air sometime around 7-ish. Tip-off is scheduled for around 7:30. But the Red Devils lose it tonight, 63-49. They force the Titans into 22 turnovers. The Red Devils turn it over 18. And again, tomorrow night, it's at Connorsville at the Spartan Bowl. And again, we'll tip it off at 7:30. Thanks for being with us. This has been Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.